gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment, that's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. Run it up.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Chiefs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Cowboys at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Man, the homies can trade your outfit.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Prescott to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
And even though that's 15 yards they're going to gain, this Kansas City offensive line has got to get together and say, got to do a better job protecting our franchise quarterback.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast and in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Hardman on the return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
On second down, they'll run it here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Remember in preseason we were going...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 38, Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Prescott now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. What if we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes now to throw. Touchdown! Travis Kelce from 10 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three yards remain for 2nd down. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, You got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On the counter, Elliott. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. To throw is Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker's kick here is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against Caesar, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and pushing momentum. So you know
I love you.
right now,
And you're worth
ready to challenge this offense and their quarterback.
I get the idea
See if
you
the
might not
offense
think
is up
this
for
way.
that challenge here as
I'm sure I'd be
things start to get more interesting here in this second
We
half.
are going to the
Now Prescott. Very quickly here, that's going to be again, it's his 6th catch and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route inside, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfect. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. All smiles and high fives on the defensive sideline. That interception cap off was truly a tremendous performance.
If you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys who think to themselves, hell, to 7. We made one.
First and 10, and it's Edwards away with it. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. Charles Lane to just take the lead.
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we see it all over football when coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball clock free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now a handoff as they go left side, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a gain of 2 there. That's going to bring out the 4th down. And while they could just run this clock out, but here's the field goal unit on 4th down. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good,
later on,
and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
You're right about that. A
Now, of
great
course, I'm going to
chance
have
at
to
a
be sure
short
we're
field
hanging. I
touchdown.
want some hot blood sex and give me a shade, would I?
You and me are jealous, huh?
To the end zone. But they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel
Or even
just
at my
a
wife,
little
right?
bit down.
Not the cheat on her.
Indeed. And let's be business compatible. A lot more. Human oil has its share of enemies, especially Jayhawk.
Well, in that case, you know a great deal more
Set for
about me
this
than I
next
do
drive
about
by
you.
the Cowboys
You know,
offense.
until a couple of months ago, I
A
didn't
little bit
even
of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
Is that true?
And this is where, in this situation,
As well
for
as
me,
his family on
you
the
just go ahead and run out the
He never
clock,
wants
shake
to
hands,
see his sister.
congratulations, and move on. Because now,
Goody.
you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game. In
I
this
haven't
last
been
sequence.
talking to play this game for many years.
This last sequence.
Why talk about a sister in England?
Oh, you can just see it in
Well, in any event, I
there's
sure am
some
glad to
big
hear.
on the horizon
You
now.
know,
And
for
if it
some
comes to
reason,
fruition,
you do
they
a
got
lot.
to give the game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Facing
Now I see why you
stopping this
consider
opposing
dangerous.
offense, and they've done so with ease.
Your mother's
They
a
need to work to
beautiful
at least
woman.
get some
She
of this
would be
yardage
very
back
happy.
after the sack. 2nd and 19.
True.
When I knew it better, I know what they're not meant there.
So the completion good for 6 yards.
I do.
And that's going to lead to
I
a
want
3rd
nothing
and
more
12.
than I'll be happy.
Sounds like there's a butt at the end of that.
Maybe a little. You see, Clayton is doing something I'd never do. He's becoming a second man in a one-man house.
Do you think Clayton trying to take over something? Would he be stepping on your toes?
Oh, no, I'm
Now
not
a
talking about that.
desperation throw deep downfield.
You see, this was Danny's range. His house.
As time
His promise is his wife. Just as the next bird.
So this one
And
in
that's
the
all,
win
of
column
course.
for Kansas City. And you know, it
What I'm
wasn't a
trying to
shutout.
say is,
They did give up the points in
it's
the
going to be
first
hard
quarter,
to
but
adjust to the
second,
idea
third, and fourth
of
quarter,
Clayton
they
moving.
held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout
But like I said,
for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this
Well, I'm
feels
sure
a lot
give him a
like-
chance, they'll
almost
work
like if you
a lot
take
together.
baseball and the pitcher goes through the line the first time and the hitters get to see him.
that record's
And then
about
they
ready.
come out after
Now it.
that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the
And
first
I
quarter
hope you
and
get
just
wrong.
shut everything down from that point on. What a great convincing performance.
So for the Chiefs, they improved to 5-0 now on the
From
young
what's
season.
your mode out
Get
to
another
the
road
world.
date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it was a good first month, but they'll fall 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. They're in LA.
But I'm just not cut out for that. I just don't feel comfortable with him. And besides, I told you, I have a commitment to John Ross.
Oh, wonderful. I hope the two of you will be very happy. Yes, Pam, your sister's here. Joel, come in. Hi. How are you? I don't know. Lost in limbo somewhere. Oh, I can understand that. It was so difficult last night, seeing how happy Mark was and knowing what we know about him. It's all I've been thinking about. But you must know that you made the right decision. If Mark didn't have you, you're all alone. I don't know if I made the right decision. Maybe Mark should then. Do I have the right to take that choice away from him? What do you mean? Maybe if Mark did know, he wouldn't want to get married. Maybe he'd want to do other things, travel to places he's never been. Maybe like other women. Do all the things he has so little time left to do. How well do you know Mark? You must know that he truly wants it. He gave up all those other things when he found you. Mark has been everywhere, he's done everything. He's been a playboy all his life. The only thing he really wants now is you. And the day he marries you might very well be the happiest day of his life. What about me? If I marry Mark, I lose Bobby forever. If you felt that way, you never should have divorced him. It all really ended right there. Besides, whatever problems Bobby and Jim are having, I'm sure they'll get back together sooner or later. Can you cut it easy? Bobby's not real. I don't think I can ever adjust to that way of thinking. But you've just gonna have to. Look.